More news, rumors and opinions Monday p.m. August 26, 2024. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Tishwash, economist. Government fails to secure necessary investments to finance development road. Economic expert Ziad al-Hashemi revealed on Monday that the government failed to secure the investments required to finance the development road project. Al-Hashemi stated in a post on his personal Facebook page, followed by Al-Iqtisad News, that the first victim of the failures of the development road project, news of the dismissal of the Director General of the Iraqi Railways, who boasted in one of the meetings with me that he had a feasibility study for the development road project that included 27 volumes. He added that, "It seems that the internal differences and problems related to the method of managing the development road project file have begun to appear on the surface in the form of dismissals." Al-Hashemi stressed that the government's failure to secure the necessary investments to finance the project revealed many flaws in the way this project is managed, and considered that, as a quick and logical solution, the government should focus on extending and establishing the land highway linking with Turkey and postponing the railway line until the conditions are right to truly launch the wheel of development. It is noteworthy that the Minister of Transport, Razak Mahibus al-Sadawi, dismissed the Director General of Railways, Yunus Khalid Jawad, and appointed Jabar Alivi Lahis as his replacement. Tishwash, Prime Minister's advisor, announces new tax reform packages to be launched soon. The Prime Minister's advisor for financial affairs, Mazhar Mohammad Salah, announced on Monday the most prominent government steps to maximize non-oil revenues, while indicating the imminent launch of new tax reform packages. Salah said, as reported by the official news agency, and reviewed by Al-Iqtisad News, that one of the basic principles of the government's program in the field of financial reform, which was approved by the Council of Representatives in October 2022, is maximizing non-oil resources in the general budgets of the Republic of Iraq, as quantitative targets were set for them so that their contribution to the total revenues generated by non-oil economic activity would increase to 20% instead of their historical rates that do not exceed 10% in the best of cases. He added, diversifying non-oil revenue sources and maximizing them in public budgets is one of the biggest reform challenges in the financial and economic fields in the country. He pointed out that these challenges come from two main factors. The first is the degree of connection between the diversification of budget resources and the success of diversification in the country's gross domestic product, especially the three sectors of agriculture, industry and services. He explained that the oil production sector still dominates a percentage of the components of that gross domestic product, which sometimes reaches 60%, which gives the national economy a rentier character and direct coexistence with the financial flows provided by the oil resource, mostly without anything else. He added, the second factor of these challenges is related to non-governmental activity in generating the gross domestic product, and we mean specifically the activity of the market or the private sector. He added, the majority of economic forces generating income and wealth within market activity conduct their economic activities within the framework of what is called the shadow economy, which are gray markets that are not regulated and are not known to the regulatory, tax and banking authorities as is commonly known. And their percentage amounts to about 70% of the total private sector activity in the country. He stressed that the gray or shadow markets are one of the most important factors causing the decline in non-oil revenues in the country's general budget components. He pointed out that the first step taken by the current government to maximize non-oil revenues began with adopting a new approach to tax reform, noting that the Council of Ministers approved earlier this year 8 new packages to reform the country's tax system, led by the principle of expanding tax bases, especially those that are hidden, evading or neglecting annual tax accounting. He stressed by saying, 2 tax reform packages have been launched, and the remaining packages will be launched sequentially and gradually within the government's reform policy in the financial field. and maximizing the state's resources from sources of income and wealth outside the oil sector, as this is accompanied by administrative and legislative reform and high-precision digital governance of tax institutions in the areas of assessment and collection with high transparency and efficiency. Franc 26 right now 1 dinar is not even 1 US penny. It's like 9/10 of a penny, but soon 1 dinar will be equal to at least $1. Did I say it will paired? No. It will be equal to at least. They told you, $1. I got a feeling it might be $1.30 because they kept the exchange rate at 13.10. Let's see what happens. In country at least $1 in value. Not 1 penny in value, will give you, Iraqi citizens, purchasing power. It's different for you, the rest of the world. You're going to watch the float. Militiaman, the United States is going to say we're ready to go. We're not playing games anymore. We're going to do it our way. Iraq, either you're on board or you're not on board. No wonder those guys are barking. Because the parallel markets are going to go away and fast. They know what they need to do. Change the value of their currency. And no one's going to want their black market, USD. They're going to know the Iraqi dinar is going to be powerful, just like Sadani said. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.